Imagine waiting years for Apple's next big thing. You save up, you buy the latest iPhone, but then you realize something scary. Your tech is already obsolete. Behind the scenes, Apple is building a secret Ultra lineup that changes everything. It's not just an update, it's a systematic overhaul. From the Apple Watch Ultra to the M5 Ultra chips, the goal is simple: a top-tier version of every product. This is the Ultra Master Plan, and it's set to peak on Apple's 50th anniversary. April 2026 marks half a century since Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started it all in a garage. For this milestone, Tim Cook isn't just releasing a commemorative band, he is unleashing a hardware coup. The internal memo, leaked from a top-tier TSMC supplier, points to a legacy resurrection event. We are looking at a complete pivot where the Pro models are no longer the ceiling. There is a new tier of existence coming, and it starts with the most important device in your pocket. The plan starts with the iPhone. Forget the iPhone Fold rumors you heard in 2024. The latest schematics for 2026 confirm it's the iPhone Ultra. This is the peak of smartphone engineering. It features a 5.5-inch outer display for quick tasks and unfolds into a massive 7.8-inch seamless canvas, nearly the size of an iPad mini. Apple didn't rush this. They spent years perfecting a hinge that leaves zero crease. It's a tablet that fits in your pocket, powered by 2nm silicon. Inside the iPhone Ultra sits the world's first 2nm N2 chip, the A20 Ultra. By hogging the entire global supply of TSMC's N2 node, Apple has created a performance gap that will take years for Qualcomm to close. We're talking about a 40% jump in efficiency and 3.5x faster AI performance. This chip allows the iPhone Ultra to run professional desktop-class apps without breaking a sweat. It's not just a phone, it's a high-performance computer that just happens to make calls. Apple is finally achieving the all-glass dream. On the iPhone Ultra, the dynamic island has been officially retired. In its place, a hidden under-display camera that completely disappears when you're watching 8,000 content. Face ID sensors have also been moved beneath the pixels. This creates one solid, uninterrupted sheet of beautiful glass. Despite the complex folding tech, the device is impossibly slim, opening up to just 4mm thick. It makes your current Pro Max look like a brick. The Ultra plan moves to your ears with the AirPods Ultra. These aren't just earbuds, they have eyes. Tiny infrared cameras are hidden in the stems to provide spatial awareness. Using the new H3 visual chip, these AirPods actually see your environment. If you walk into a crowded train, they see the movement and instantly max out noise cancellation before you even hear a sound. It's a smart assistant with eyes, identifying landmarks and translating street signs in real time. With cameras in your ears, Siri becomes a true digital twin. You can stand in front of a monument in Paris and simply ask, "What am I looking at?" The AirPods Ultra will capture the visual data, process it via the H3 chip, and whisper the history into your ear. This is the next generation of Apple intelligence. It's about the devices understanding the physical world around you. This connected ecosystem of sensors is what truly separates the Ultra lineup from anything else on the market. For the creative elite, the iPad Ultra is the final boss. We're talking about a massive 16-inch tandem OLED screen the same size as a MacBook Pro. But here's the kicker, it's rumored to fold like a book. Imagine a giant 16-inch studio canvas that you can fold in half and slide into a standard backpack. Powered by the M5 Pro chip, this device finally erases the line between a tablet and a Mac. With zero lag and professional color accuracy, it's a dream machine for artists. The iPad Ultra isn't just running mobile iPadOS. Leaks suggest a hybrid mode that triggers when the 16-inch screen is unfolded. It brings a windowed environment and a file system that rivals macOS, allowing for true multi-app professional workflows. With up to 32 GB of unified memory, you can render 8K ProRes video directly on your lap. This is the first device that truly fulfills the promise of a tablet replacing a computer. It's Apple's bid to own the high-end creative workspace. Now, let's talk about the desk. To celebrate 50 years, the M5 Mac Mini is getting its first radical redesign in over a decade. It's 50% smaller, inspired by the thermal efficiency of the Mac Studio. This tiny anniversary edition slab packs the M5 silicon, delivering a 45% jump in GPU performance. Apple is using 2.5D packaging to fuse the RAM and CPU even tighter, reducing latency to near zero levels. It's the most powerful computer ever made in a chassis that fits in your palm. Industry insiders are already calling the 2026 Mac Mini the Mac Studio Killer. At a starting price of $599, it offers better single-core performance than the previous M2 Ultra. It features a new thermal pillar cooling system that pulls heat away from the 2nm chip so efficiently that the fans remain silent even during 4K exports. It's a workstation-grade machine at a consumer-grade price point, designed to dominate the mid-range market and push everyone into the Apple ecosystem. The climax of the Ultra plan is the iMac Pro resurrection. Apple is bringing back the Space Black Titan as a 32-inch 6K workstation. They've moved the entire logic board into the base stand, creating a floating glass aesthetic with no chin. It's a tribute to the original 1976 spirit, but with the power of 2026. This isn't just a bigger iMac, it's a professional reference monitor with a monster computer hidden inside. The king of all-in-ones is officially back on his throne. Inside the resurrected iMac Pro sits the M5 Ultra. This chip is a 2nm masterpiece that fuses two M5 Max dies together. The benchmarks are frankly ridiculous. We are seeing a 128-core GPU that targets high-end AI training and 3D rendering. With a unified memory ceiling of 512 GB, it can hold entire large language models locally. This puts Apple directly in competition with NVIDIA IaaS workstation GPUs, but at a fraction of the power consumption and thermal footprint. Connectivity has finally caught up to the performance. The 2026 Ultra lineup features Thunderbolt 5 as the standard interface, offering bandwidth speeds up to 120 gigabits per second. This means you can drive three 6K displays from a single port without any lag. The bandwidth bottleneck that has plagued high-end creative setups is officially dead. Whether you're moving terabytes of raw footage or connecting massive external storage arrays, the Ultra devices handle it with ease and zero friction. By 2026, Apple Intelligence will have evolved into a system-wide OS. On the M5 series, AI isn't just for writing emails, it's for real-time generative rendering. The M5's neural engine is 3.5x faster, allowing the Mac to upscale low-res textures in 3D games or generate missing frames in a video edit on the fly. It's like having a dedicated AI co-pilot that optimizes every frame you see. This is the secret sauce that makes the Ultra devices feel light years ahead of the competition. With hardware-accelerated ray tracing to 0.0 and the A20 Ultra chip, Apple is making a serious play for the gaming market. The 2026 Apple TV and Mac Mini are capable of running AAA titles natively at 8K with AI upscaling. By controlling the silicon and the hardware, Apple is creating a walled garden for gaming that Sony and Microsoft simply cannot replicate. They are selling a lifestyle of premium performance, where your streaming box can suddenly outperform a dedicated gaming PC. Apple knows that to maintain the Ultra status, they have to hit the price point hard. The iPhone Ultra is rumored to start at $1,999, nearly double the price of a standard Pro model. The iMac Pro will likely cross the $3,999 mark. While these prices seem insane, Apple is targeting the top 1% of users professionals who view these machines as investments, not just gadgets. The Ultra brand is about exclusivity and peak performance, and the market is already showing it's ready to pay. To entice longtime fans, Apple is planning an anniversary bundle for 2026. It features a limited edition Legacy Gold finish across the iPhone, Mac Mini, and AirPods. This special colorway pays homage to the original Apple iCircuitry. The bundle includes a lifetime subscription to Apple One and a laser-etched signature of the founders. It's a collector's dream that bridges the gap between the humble beginnings of 1976 and the galactic ambitions of 2026. Apple's shift to the 2nm M10 node isn't just about speed. It's about their carbon-neutral 2030 goal. The M5 series is the most power-efficient silicon ever made. By doing more work with less electricity, these machines significantly reduce the carbon footprint of high-end computing. Apple is also using 100% recycled gold in the internal components of the Ultra lineup. They are proving that you don't have to choose between saving the planet and having the most powerful tech on Earth. We are seeing a massive shift in how Apple markets itself. The Pro name is becoming the new standard, while Ultra is becoming the true flagship. This branding ladder allows Apple to push the average selling price higher while still offering competitive Pro models. It's a brilliant move to keep shareholders happy while continuing to innovate. By 2026, owning an Ultra device will be the ultimate status symbol in the tech world, rivaling luxury watch brands and supercars. From a design perspective, the 2026 lineup is about transparency. We are seeing more titanium, more glass, and thinner profiles. The iPhone Ultra's hidden sensors and the iMac Pro's floating glass are all part of a minimalist power aesthetic. Apple wants the technology to disappear so only the experience remains. This design philosophy is what has kept them at the top for 50 years, and it's clearly the roadmap for the next 50. The machines are becoming an extension of us. To support the Ultra hardware, Mako's Tahoe is being rebuilt from the kernel up. It's optimized for the 2.5D packaging of the M5 chips, allowing for instantaneous app launches and zero-latency multitasking. The OS will also feature Ultra Mode, a high-performance setting that pushes the fans and power delivery to the absolute limit for heavy rendering tasks. It's a professional-grade operating system that finally matches the raw power of the underlying silicon. Apple's dominance in 2026 is built on its control of the supply chain. By prepaying for nearly 100% of TSMC's to nanometers capacity, they have effectively locked out their competitors. Samsung and Intel are forced to use older or less efficient processes, giving Apple a multi-year lead in performance per watt. This supply chain war is the invisible foundation of the Ultra Master Plan. It's a strategic move that ensures no one can even attempt to build a device as powerful as the iPhone Ultra. What does this mean for you? Imagine editing an 8,360-degree video on your iPhone Ultra while riding the subway. Imagine an architect using an AirPods Ultra to scan a physical room and having the iPad Ultra generate a 3D floor plan in seconds. These aren't just gadgets, they are tools that expand human capability. The Ultra lineup is about removing the friction between an idea and its execution. In 2026, the only bottleneck in your creative process will be your own imagination. Let's talk about the screen on the resurrected iMac Pro. It's a 32-inch 6K mini LED panel with 2000 nits of peak brightness. That's basically Pro Display XDR quality built into an all-in-one. It features a 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio and ProMotion 120 Hz. Whether you're a colorist grading a Netflix original or a designer working on the next Super Bowl ad, this screen offers the most accurate color reproduction in the industry. It's a window into another world, perfectly tuned. The 2026 Ultra machines are ditching traditional SSD speeds for Gen 6 NVMe storage. We are talking about read-write speeds hitting 14 gigabytes per second. This means you can boot up the iMac Pro and open a massive 10 gigabytes project file in under a second. The wait time is officially dead. This leap in storage performance is essential for handling the massive data sets required for 8K video and local AI models. Apple is ensuring that every component, not just the CPU, is ultra-class. While the iPad Ultra is a foldable, rumors suggest a touchscreen MacBook Pro might also arrive in late 2026. This would be the final piece of the Ultra puzzle, a MacBook that bridges the gap between traditional computing and modern touch interfaces. It would feature an OLED display and a completely redesigned user interface that adapts when you touch the screen. It's a radical move for Apple, but one that fits the Ultra theme of doing things that were previously considered impossible. The impact of this launch will be felt across the entire tech industry. Sony and Microsoft are already pivoting toward cloud gaming as local hardware becomes too expensive to compete with Apple's scale. In the USA, Apple's market share is expected to reach an all-time high as the ecosystem becomes impossible to leave. The Ultra Master Plan isn't just about selling more phones, it's about defining what a premium experience looks like for the next several decades. From the garage in 1976 to the Ultra Master Plan of 2026, the journey is complete. Apple has transitioned from a niche computer maker to a hardware superpower. The Ultra era means the Pro models are no longer the ceiling. There is now a higher tier of existence. Whether it's the folding iPhone or the resurrected iMac Pro, Apple has spent billions to ensure they stay ahead of the curve. The living room, the office, and the pocket, the war is over, and Apple has officially won. As we look at the landscape of 2026, the traditional tech market is in trouble. Apple is the only one offering a premium, local hardware solution that fits in your hand and disappears into your home decor. The puck has grown up. The garage has turned into a spaceship. The hobby has become a silent monster that's ready to claim its throne. The question isn't whether you should buy into the Ultra era. The question is, What will you create with it? The next 50 years start now.